Chapter 18 Standards of Conduct. Section 18A Way of Life. 18.1 USAF Way of Life. USAF employees are required to comply with prescribed standards of conduct in all official matters, as well as when off duty. This means military and civilian airmen, RegAF, Air Force Reserve, and Air National Guard are all expected to maintain high standards of honesty, responsibility, and accountability, as well as adhere to the USAF core values of integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. As airmen, we are proud of our high standards, adhere to them, and hold our fellow airmen accountable. Air Force Standards. The USAF's mission is critical to national security, global stability, and international relations. Each member has specific responsibilities for accomplishing his or her part in the mission. AFI 1-1 states the importance of the USAF's mission and inherent responsibility to the nation requires its members to adhere to higher standards than those expected in civilian life. While current Department of Defense and USAF policies provide specific guidance on standards, leaders must ensure employees are kept informed of the USAF standards and take timely and appropriate actions to ensure employee standards meet the spirit and intent of USAF policy on proper conduct. 18.2 USAF Publications Process. The USAF shall prepare all publications in accordance with DAFI 33-360, Publications and Forms Management, December 1, 2015. This includes, but is not limited to, policy directives, instructions, manuals, mission directives, and operating instructions. Additional guidance regarding the drafting of mission directives and operating instructions found in this guidance memorandum does not apply to mission directives, which are governed by Headquarters Operating Instruction, HOI, 90-1, Headquarters Air Force Mission Directives and Department of Defense Issuances Program, January 10, 2018 or AFI 38-101. Manpower and Organization, August 29, 2019. DF Policy Directive DFBD. DAFs are orders of the Secretary of the Air Force and contain directive policy statements that guide Department of the Air Force implementation of Department of Defense issuances or other authorities outside but binding on the Department of Air Force that require Department of Air Force action. They also initiate, govern, delegate authorities/responsibilities, and/or regulate actions within specified areas of responsibility by Department of Air Force activities. DAFs are written clearly and concisely and in a manner that an average air and space professional can understand. DAFIs, AFIs, and Space Force Instructions, SBFIs. DAFIs, AFIs, and SBFIs are orders of the Secretary of the Air Force and are certified and approved at the DF level. DAFIs, AFIs, and SBFIs generally instruct readers on what to do, i.e., direct action, ensure compliance to standard actions across the DF. DAFIs, AFIs, and SBFIs are written clearly and concisely and in a manner that an average air and space professional can understand. DAFIs, AFIs, and SBFIs may be supplemented at any level below the DF unless otherwise stated in the publication. DF Manual DAFMAN, AFMAN or Space Force Manual, SPFMAN. DAFMANs, AFMANs, and SPFMANs are orders of the Secretary of the Air Force and generally instruct readers on how to, and may be either 1. An extension of a DAFI, AFI, or SBFI, providing detailed procedure and additional technical guidance for performing standard tasks, or supporting education and training programs, or 2. An alternative to a DAFI, AFI, or SBFI, if appropriate. DAFMANs, AFMANs, and SPFMANs intended for use only by air and space professionals who have graduated from special schools, such as flight training, intelligence, or maintenance schools, may include more specialized and technical language. Publication Series Numbers. Series numbers of publications are organized based on USAF. Specialty Code. Table 18.1 is provided here as a quick reference. Table 18.1. Publication Series Numbers. 1. Air Force Culture 40, Medical Command 10, Operations 41, Health Services 11, Flying Operations 44, Medical 13, Nuclear, Space, Missile, or C2 Operations 46, Nursing 14, Intelligence 47, Dental 15, Weather 48, Aerospace Medicine 16, Operations Support 51, Law 17, Cyberspace Operations 52, Religious Affairs 20, Logistics 60, Standardization 21, Maintenance 61, Scientific Research and Development 23, Material Management 62, Developmental Engineering 24, Transportation 63, Acquisition 25, Logistics Staff 64, Contracting 31, Security 65, Financial Management 32, Civil Engineering 71, Special Investigations 33, Communications and Information 84, History 34, Services 90, Special Management 35, Public Affairs 91, Safety 36, Personnel 99, Test and Evaluation 38, Manpower and Organization. Non-directive publications. Non-directive publications are informational and suggest guidance that may be modified appropriately to fit existing or forecasted circumstances. Complying with publications in this category is expected, but not mandatory. USAF personnel use these publications as reference aids or guides. Non-directive publications include pamphlets, basic and operational doctrine, tactics, techniques, and procedures documents, directories, handbooks, catalogs, visual aids, and product announcements. 18.3. On Duty 24/7. As stated in AFI 1-1, the mission must be accomplished, even at great risk and personal sacrifice. Airmen are always subject to duty, including weekends, holidays, and while on leave. Airmen, if so directed by a competent authority, must report for duty at any time, at any location, for as long as necessary. For the mission to succeed, we must always give our best. We must strive to be resilient, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and be prepared to meet the challenges inherent to being a member of a fighting force, both in the deployed environment and at home station. Due to the importance of the USAF mission, the dangers associated with military service, national and international influences, and potential implications relevant to global operations, the USAF enforces more restrictive rules and elevated standards than those of the civilian community. General Orders. General orders are often published to provide clear and concise guidance specifically tailored to maintaining good order and discipline in the deployed setting. Our current operations place us in areas where local laws and customs or mission requirements prohibit or restrict certain activities that are generally permissible in our society. We must respect and abide by these restrictions to preserve relations with our host nation and support military operations with friendly forces. No mission, particularly a combat mission, can succeed without the discipline and resilience produced by strict compliance with these rules. Members who fail to comply with general orders may be subject to punishment under the Uniform Code of Military Justice or adverse administrative actions. 18.4. Responsibility. USAF standards must be uniformly known, consistently applied, and non-selectively enforced. Accountability is critically important to good order and discipline of the force. Failure to ensure accountability will hinder the trust of the American public, the very people living under the Constitution we swore to support and defend, and who look to us, the members of their nation's USAF, to embrace and live by the standards that are higher than those in the society we serve. Airmen have a responsibility to learn these standards well enough not only to follow them, but to articulate them clearly to subordinates and enforce proper observation by other members. For additional information on standards of conduct, refer to DoD Directive 5500.07, Standards of Conduct, November 29, 2007, DoD 5500.07R, and AFI 1-1.